the biggest piece of advice that has really meant a lot recently especially is something that we've received from DA Rosen at the beginning of all of our internship trainings and even as our training for misdemeanor deputy district attorneys. He told us to not be afraid to make mistakes, just don't make the same mistakes twice. As a new attorney, as an intern, I was making a lot of mistakes, but there are a lot of great resources at this office and people who have been in the same exact shoes that we've been in, and they're always willing to tell you how to fix your mistakes and how to learn from them, and that's how you grow. One time where I've made a mistake is when I was prepping a case for trial and I realized last minute that I was missing a very important piece of discovery, and we have some more senior members on the team, so I was able to go ask them how could I get this piece of evidence before we actually started trial. And they were super calm, even though I was very panicked, and they said, this is exactly who you contact, this is how you can get this piece of evidence. And what I thought was a really big problem ended up not being a big problem at all, and it was super easy to fix based on getting help from those other people that have been there. And now I know when I'm prepping cases for trial, I know exactly where to check the discovery and make sure that I have all the pieces ready to go.
So the best advice I've ever gotten, it is from the federal judge who I worked for in San Francisco right after law school. He actually inspired me to be a prosecutor. He was a prosecutor before he took the bench. And one thing he told me is that in this job, there's a lot of gray areas, and that when you confront one that makes you feel a little something in your stomach, feel a little queasy, don't ignore that feeling. Don't overlook it, don't shove it aside, don't just move past it. Sit with it, think about it, ask someone about it, and then don't act on it until you feel comfortable with what you're doing. Make sure before you move forward that you know you're doing the right thing. To figure out what that is, you have to ask people who know more than you. You have to be humble, you have to be open to the idea that your first instinct is wrong and maybe your second instinct as well. We look at that individual, we look at their history, we look at their victim, we look at the victim's history, and then we sit on that and think, what best promotes justice here? That's not the kind of thing you can plug into a calculator. You don't type it into Westlaw and get an answer. It involves searching your conscience a little bit, talking to colleagues, and exercising discretion.